All righty, got it. And I do have to see it. Got it. And got it. Right. All right, got that going back there. Done here. All righty, you guys. Part 2 here for Impromptu Improv, right? Veritas 12. Let's get it going. Let me come back and do the screen share. Stopping from where I started again from where I left off here. All righty. Start the broadcast here. All righty. And like I said, shout out to my bros that are partaking in the 7heelstar.com astrology, AstroLiteracy sessions, workshop intensive, right? Sessions protocol workshop intensive. Let me say that again. 7heelstar.com astrology, AstroLiteracy sessions protocol workshop intensive. All right. Some of my colleagues call that an immersion course, right? Because with that is where they come in with the they're able to have the certification, right? Provided they are, sincere Moorish Americans, we all kind of know what the prerequisite is without really going into it. However, just really need Prophet Noble in his literature, with no problem at all. So, however, with that being said, shout out to all of you that have access to, Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 and the Amplified one also, where we went in Solar Arts, Moor, Synastry, and Weed, right? The Magi Infinity Sphere one on Hori, 3-cycle review, meet Prophet Noble in his literature, right? And Noble University, right? So Prophet Noble University was number 2. Number 1 is within the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020, where people get their hands on the workshop, to get that also. It's included. That's why we're already just giving it to you already. You just want access to Prophet Noble University. Yes, there are 2 more that are there also. Prophet Noble presentations that you see at the bottom, Prophet Noble University at the bottom, that's the second one. And then meet Prophet Noble in his literature, second one from the bottom. That's number 3. All right. So let's go on here to Veritas, right? And this is where we left off at, just going over the tablet of memory, which showing you guys where it was, right? So, Brother Sean, it's showing you more dates, man, and just telling you where to find them, man. I think we pretty much get the gist, unless, you want to continue to read, people might really find it interesting where America first discovered 1492.
Muy.
Yeah, right? There's Arc Royale or Royal Arc Companion 302, the first degree of Capricornus, right? Columbinus Christopher died 1526. 1526 is Order 15 and 26, or Royal Arc Companion 251, when the planets were in conjunction at Royal Arc Companion 281, the 1st of January. Right? So, again, I always was saying, Christopher Columbus is an idea, for me. I always knew it was an idea. However, whoever can comprehend it can comprehend it. For me and for us, it's just pretty interesting and fun, actually, right? So it's kind of where I like to look at things. So I guess you can. You want to go over a few of these, man? Some people may be like, hold on. What you saying about Babylon? So it ain't real? Well, what we're saying is as it is above, so it is below. It's kind of what we're saying. Astro Masons, work the stones in the sky. Well, the celestial stones. However.
Yeah, I can start that. Let's see. Babylon. So there we go. Babylon founded. Let me move all these thumbnails out the way. Founded 2640. This is all in quotes. In quote. Deduct the circle in Arc Royale 240 is Babel, or confusion, or wilderness. Israel Jacobus commences at Arc Royale 241. Let's see, Thebes built 1493 BC, as I say, before Christ. Or 14 and 93 is Arc Royale 303. Whereas Tebeth Capricornus begins with, what's that AB?
Say it again.
What's that AB right there? It's like a lowercase a, uppercase B. Alpha beta?
Yeah, it's alpha and beta. And then those letters, I know it says Tibet, right? Like Tibet, like when people think about where, you know, or Tibet, because Beth is house. However, I'm trying to think if they're saying that's Tau, Beth. Hold on. Tav. That's not Tav.
You already know where I'll head to look at it.
Yeah, you got your book too. I got my Hebrew alphabet book in the back too, so I'll go get it. Because I know they're saying to Beth, I'm like Beth and Tav. So that's Mem.
High. Mem Cup High. No, that would be Chet. Starting at the left, Kaf, the middle, and I would say Mem for all the way to the right. Yeah.
No, read it from right to left. So that's Mem, Kaf, Tav, or Tav.
Or Chet or Ha, one of those two. Well, no, because Ha has like a little gap, but Chet is complete. So yeah, I would go with Chet.
You're saying that's Het. We'll see.
Heck.
We'll see. We'll see in a second. I'm just drawing up one. Give me one moment.
Heck. I'm gonna pull out the other book too, other literature. Yes, who's back? Seven Hill Stars back. We are back. We are back. We are back.
Go and get the Astro binder with tons of my astrology notes and whatnots. That. Right. Boom. This is what we're talking here, right? Boom, right? Hebrew alphabet and mystical journey. All righty. That's what you called out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just refresh my memoir. Right? But actually, I have it as a PDF also. Remember, I bring it up often. However, I just want to see it all on one screen. So let me do that and bring that up here. Let's just slide on over here for a second. Let's see if I still have it up here. Yes, I do. And let's see if I was correct about what I thought I saw. I thought I saw Mem. That's what I thought I saw. And I think I was right. Mem. That. And why is it so fuzzy? Was a bear? What's happening here? Two seconds. It's really odd. Just on that like that. All right, there we go. Okay. See what I got to do here. That's what I thought, man. Mem. That's, see how it says to bet. You look at bet, right? Now, when you say a het, right? Last one was het, but het and tav, if you just look at the difference, it kind of look the same. If you kind of ignore the diacritic that's in the middle of tav, and just see that it kind of has a foot there, right? So that's why usually I can read Hebrew. That's why I was like, hold on, man, that doesn't look like Tibet. That looks like Mem Beth Tav, which would be Mabet. Actually, not Tibet, it would be Mabet. Right? So now if we go back and actually look, you see what I'm saying? Like, I must be missing what's going on in the chat there, bro. Goodness gracious. So anyway, so if we just really just look here.
Brother Corey.
I know, he's like, bros are just going in. So we just really look here and now go back to here. See, just look at it. Like if I just zoom in right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, that's Mem Bet Tav, because it has a foot on it. That last one, you read from right to left. So that's Mabet, right? But it's saying Tibet, right? However, Mabet is actually what I'm seeing more than anything. However, it's saying it's dealing with Capricorn, right? And remember, we can always check these things, no matter what, whether it's the Hebrew, the Greek, the Latin, the Arabic, whatever. It doesn't matter because we're not afraid to go and check this stuff. We're not intimidated by knowledge, all right? So that's what it is, right? So with that being said, guys, we can be able to allow ourselves to look at this, right? And really learn that, you know, just this chart alone, you can learn the print, the cursive, diacritics, the transliteration, and the numeric value, right? The alphabet, where most people say, you know, alphabet is Greek. It's the Greek way of saying alphabet, right? And of course, this goes from right to left. Aleph, bet, some will say aleph, bet, gimel, dalet, hey, right? Vav, zayin, chet, tet, yud, kaf, right? Sometimes you won't hear them say final kaf, but it'll be incorporated. Lamed, mem, final noon, samech, ain, pay, sometimes they'll say fey, final pay, sadi, final sadi, kof, reshin, taf, right? Very easy, the Hebrew, and even when you go to do the Arabic also, it's not hard either, right? So don't be intimidated. And you guys, when you go to know, you go to study Greek is very easy too. You can read Greek already also. You guys just need to remember how to enunciate the letters. Like the Greek is really easy to read. You guys do know it. It's really not hard actually. You just got to remember how the enunciations of the words go and see them because it's written just like English. Like how you put certain sounds and letters together and you go to pronounce those sounds, it's the same thing, just like how we're putting these letters together here. You know, it's the same thing, you know, as you can see, Mem Bet Tav is not Mem Bet Tav, it's Mabet, because you're just taking the beginning of each calligraphic. The M and Mem, or the M and the E, transliterally, however, it would just be just the M, the B, and the T, Mabet. All righty, and we would just, you know, transliterally speaking, we would actually project vowel sounds or the diacritics there to give different vowel designations. And I'm open for correction. Anyone that's out there is like, hey, I've been speaking Hebrew my whole life, which we call Hebrew. But yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Come and share with us. Like learning people's perspectives. All righty, Brother Sean. Thebes, built 1493. I yield.
Islam. All right, Thebes built 1493 before Christ, BC, as they say, or 14 and 93 is Arc Royale 303. Whereas, you know, Brother Hasan just put that out and, you know, explain that for y'all. Tibet, Capricornus, begins with quote unquote alpha beta at 302. If you look at this, y'all, Troy built 1480. The kingdom began 1446 before Christ. Aura 14 plus 80 is Arc Royale 290. Say 291, the 1st January, old style. And Aura 14 plus 46 is Arc Royale 256. And there is Hiram or Hiram of Tyre or Troy. Looky. Paris, quote unquote, founded 357. 357 is Aura 3 and 57, or Arc Royale 102. And 102 would be the point for foundation of erections at Arc Royale 282. And there is the opening year, par Isis in olden times, Arc Royale 282 or lunar time. Paris first paved with stones 1186. That is Arc Royale 251, which is equal to 281, when the planets, precious stones, were in conjunction. All right, let's see. Yeah, that was a couple of those, bro. You want to go through them, or you want to slide to the next page?
I was saying, like, yeah, man, like the people can go in further. I'm pretty sure, like I said, we already went over that America first discovered 1492 in quotations, which means it's poetic fiction, right? Alluding to the astro-Masonic fact. Columbinus Christopher, right, died 1526, right? That's in quotations. That's more poetic fiction, right? And so, yeah, you guys with, all you guys that's tied into Egypt and the Egyptian stuff, well, that kingdom began 2188. Read that one, Brother Sean. Let's see how, see how that Egypt goes there.
Indeed, quote, Egypt, the kingdom began 2188, end quote. 2188 is Aura 21 and 88, or 403, which requires the deduction of the circle to arrive at an astronomical point. Thus, 403 minus 360 is 43. Say 42, Egypt, Arc Royale 282.
Look at that. Right? Nineveh destroyed by the Medes, 612 BC, or 6 and 12 equals 102, and there rise the Medes to Arc Royale 102, right? We're doing a median and the Persean laws, right? Because the constellation Perseus, and then dealing with Medes, right? Because measures, Medes, Mohammedans, Maha is great, Medan, Medes is measurer, so Mohammedans are great measurers. Royal Archipelago 102, and Nineveh is destroyed by Janubi, the median. Royal Archipelago 102, Zubin al-Janubi, Alpha Librae, where Zubin Hashem Ali is Beta Librae. Alpha Librae is the brightest star in the constellation Libra. Brightest magnitude, first magnitude. Second brightest or second magnitude is Beta Librae, which is Zubin Hashem Ali. Where it seems that it's been written there's more favor on Zubin Hashem Ali than it is Zubin al-Janubi. All right. However, you guys can check this out, see these things, and let it be what it is. Right? So with that being said, yeah, man. Look, quote, Orphans Fund in London began about 1391. That's or 1391. Royal Archipelago 286. Hiram, obtained in Tyre, was the first orphan. He was a widow's son. Right, pertaining to Naphtali or Sagittarius at Royal Companion 286. See the astrolabe that we have there at the beginning of this book that we kept showing him, keep showing you guys. This same personage claimed Peter's pence, which he obtained through Shamali, Zubin Eshem Ali. Right, Zubin Eshem Ali. Royal Art Companion 286, supremacy pertaining to the Pope abolished by law 1391. Like when you go back and look at these things, guys, you will actually see how the so-called history and times are just poetic fiction that's really reminding you of the astro-Masonic facts that you guys should just be really getting into this. Right? What is that? Post offices first established in Paris, 1470, in England, 1642. 1470 is Art Companion 280, 1642 is Royal Art Companion 282. Interesting, sir. Walter Scott says, quote, men are yet alive who recollect when the London mail came down with one single letter from Edinburgh. End quote. This may be true as understood by Sir Walter, but astromasonically, it is unquestionably so, for Shushan is Arc Royale Companion 282. The King's seal or ring, Sigma, that's lowercase sigma, if I'm not mistaken, Royal Arc Companion 282. Horses and mules, Sagittarius, Pegasus, and Equuleus at Royal Arc Companion 282. Camels, young, dromedaries, Royal Arc Companion 282. At the point 282, the Tyler produces his postman's bag. And there is a single letter for the bag at Royal Art Companion 282. Probably the letter contained a Royal Art summons. It cannot be from any Blue Lodge because the influence of the cable towel, or the cable toe, some people say, cannot exceed 90 degrees. And there is the letter at Edinburgh at 107, Royal Art Companion 107. Interessante. Just drop some science there. Really paying attention. Esther, where they read from, Esther, degree 3, minute 15, or some of you will say chapter 3, verse 15. The posts went out, being hastened by the king, by the king's commandment, and the decree was given in Shushan, the palace. And the king and Haman sat down to drink, but the city Shushan was perplexed. Esther, degree 8, minute 10. He wrote in the king's Ahasuerus, in Ahasuerus' name, and sealed with the king's ring, right? That's what they call a signet ring, or it was designated by Sigma, as you can see right there. The king's seal or ring, right? It's called a signet ring. Those of you who may not remember, you may have older people may have to go and Google Signet Bank, SIGNET Bank, had a green logo. When I was little, I remember Signet Bank. But the signet ring, like the one I have here on my finger, my silver one, punch into a clay tablet. That's all the credit swipe you need. I'm not kidding. That's why I wear a signet ring on my finger. I'm clear on what it is. He wrote in the king Ahasuerus' name and sealed with the king's ring and sent letters by posts, on horseback, riders, on mules, camels, young dromedaries. To make you think about the pictures within your Holy Koran, or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, doing religious corporate activity via Moorish Science Temple of America. And comprehend these things, because you can try to deny the civics and the astrology all you want. However, the invocation in the Moorish American prayer says, Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. To find out the night nocturnal or the day diurnal in astrology, that's called sect, S-E-C-T, sect. So with that being said, Prophet Noble Ali is saying right there in the Moorish American prayer, letting you know about astrology and astronomy. Oh, well, astronomy, CM Bay said that. I get how people in lower self use astronomy. However, there's a dual edge to everything. So the higher in it is being able to observe the celestial globe that we are within. Because Earth is not just the globe that we're on. Earth is the globe that we are within. Also, as it is above, so it is below. As it is within, so it is without. As it is without, so it is within. As it is below, so it is above. Second Hermetic principle, correspondence.
As the soul, so the universe. I throw that in there too, this line.
Designated by the symbol Ab-Ab. Ab-Ab is known sometimes as the Shield of Solomon, Star of David. Ab-Ab. Especially for those of us that are sincerely working the Akhashi power. Sincerely. Unambitiously. Regardless of what people may try to say. So with that being said, yo, I just really looked at this chat, as you can see, right?
I'm trying to stay out of it. I'm really trying. But
that's hey, what more can I say? I'm not, seeking to hurt people's feelings. I just realized that when we hold a mirror to people, we realize that what they dish out, they can't take. And what happens is that, now, because we just recently had recent conversation with certain mothers. And, where we go and share our travels, what we're doing astrologically with people. And sometimes people will not give us credit to what it is that we've done. Like, there's a lot of work that we've done and put out there and did sincerely. And then we just see how people, in diverse ways, hand us their ass to kiss and then try to use more science and different wise quips and phrases and terms to try to negate really building their character, staying in honor for that is, a very dutiful thing to do. And at the end of the day, it's like, a lot of times people have, turbans and feathers. However, they're still in their lower self. So, sometimes we just look forward to people, acting like they've got things as if we don't have them, added to Prophet Noble Ali University. We haven't had conversations with them to explain to them what to do astrologically, how to assist further in their astrological business and things like that. This is what we've done because no one before us has done it. And if they have, they haven't really said anything except Mother Rashida Bey, the Sayaraha for the Great Still National Association of Moorish Affairs at Shaka Moxon, contemporarily termed Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Commonwealth. Period. I don't care what anybody else says. And what we do, even the elders before us that we have learned from, even those with websites, whatever types of different publications people have, music, whatever,
we, even though we came after you, we came back and shared the things that we got in our travels. Get the fuck over yourselves that it's us doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just get over it, man. I get it. You're not going to like the way it's packaged. You know what I mean? However, some of us are the actual conduit to the next level here. We're just not being arrogant assholes about it. It's just that when you can't take what you dish out, and we all know Brother Hasan's a mirror. All we got to do is ask our beloved brother Settin Bey near Shaka Moxie. And some people they just don't like the mirror. They can't really look into it. And we already know the reason why I do mirror sessions. I'm going to just be straightforward. I am the spiritual mirror. One that you can't shatter. That's the interesting thing. Because what mirrors do, they make you accountable for what's reflected back to your eye and your eyes. So, yeah, man, like just to see that in the chat and let's just laugh about it. I'm just going to just keep it a band, man. Like, man, we're not going to stop assisting. I get it. I'm just going to keep it a band here, man. What happens is sometimes people don't like the fact that you're doing things that, they kind of feel like, dang, man, I wish it was me that did it. And dang, man, like, we want to look at you guys as like some annoying little pieces of shit that just seems like you guys are a bunch of fucking know-it-alls on astrology. And we just want to say, no, fuck you guys, 7 Star Astrology. You're not that. I mean, guys, look, have a ball. Eat it all. Mundam and mall. Right? Go do what you got to do. What I'm saying is this. Don't waste your energy fighting lifeguards. You're the ones drowning in shark-infested waters in your spirit. Especially if not in your affairs in life. And when we bring things to you that are remedy and things that, conceive, you guys are going to have to check the fact that you just may have a sociopathic response. You may have a natural way of being sociopathic. I'm not knocking people that pop shrooms. You know what I'm saying? It's not my thing. I'm just saying, maybe you popped one too many. Maybe your common sense is a little shot. Or maybe you didn't really take prophecy seriously. Maybe you didn't take that whole young and yet unborn happening thing. Maybe you didn't take that serious. What I am going to say though is, guys, we're sharing Veritas, which deals with truth. This is part 2. This was only supposed to have been the 12th one out of, after the first one, 12 more, right? So now we're at 14. We're like at the 14th discipleship here. But I'm glad we got out though, Brother Sean. So we're going to move forward, right? So where it gave all of that after post offices and things like that, right? It tells you when the cannon was first invented, gunpowder, first invented by a monk, all these things, right? Look how a monk is associated with Zubin Eshamali again, bro. Goodness gracious. Brazen Nose College, founded 15th. Like, man, these are just some interesting things to look at. When you go and look up those quotes and then see if you can find actual events pertaining to what's in quotes, and then go and look at the Astro-Masonics, you're gonna be like, hold on, this shit really didn't exist. Like, I told you so. Or people are just trying to mimic Astro-Masonic poetry. They're trying to take the poetic fiction, make it a reality, and try to make you think you're within the jurisdiction of whatever realm they just created based on Astro-Masonry shrouded in poetic fiction. It is unnecessary to increase. I yield to you, beloved brother. Islam.
All right, we go. It is unnecessary to increase the examples, because hereafter there will be a constant reference to the astronomical numerals passing as dates among the ignorant learn. One more time. It is unnecessary to increase the examples, because hereafter there will be a constant reference to the astronomical numerals passing as dates among the ignorant learn.
So those that are the ignorant learn, those that are in servile thinking, that only got the servile arts and not the liberal arts, they will think of it just as dates. Oh, it's this date and it's this holiday. Oh, look at this date, this holiday.
while those of us that actually are thinking astromasonically, we know that we're dealing with high energy days. I yield. Islam.
Islam. All right. As these numerals now prove themselves to be Masonic points, the Anno Mundi and Anno Domini are unmeaning or valueless.
Wow.
Indeed, quote, the French only began to date from the birth of Christ, 1618, before they reckoned from the creation, end quote. The Arc Royale 281 being the 1st of January, as explained, the opening of the solstitial year is the same Masonic point as the first degree of equinoxial Aries, Arc Royale 281. And history tells us the years did begin at the birth of Christ and also at his resurrection at Easter. The year still commences at Easter with astronomers of all nations.
So now, do we take everything that's a date given by Prophet Noble Drew Ali and look at it astromasonically now? Just asking for a brother and a mother. You know?
No, I'm just letting this soak in. Like, we just need to have that pause moment.
I mean, even earlier, like
everyone had to see this in the future, you know?
Capital A dot, capital D dot is Anno Domini. You know, I was saying that earlier, you know what I mean? When I was going over the letters that you read in every meeting. And then it's like, hey, look, when you're talking about these astromasonic numerals, right? That makes me think, what does it say about Byzantine then?
Right.
You mentioned Byzantine, right? But do we go to the tablet of memory and find Byzantine? Does it say something about, you know, Byzantine head was decapitated? You know, will we find that in the tablet of memory? I think we will. If we just search, why? That's what I'm thinking. All righty. Where'd you leave off at, bro?
Keep going. The difference between Jacobus, Al-Haig.
Oh, but you already went past that. The year still commences at Easter with astronomers of all nations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everywhere else, everywhere on the planet, the year commences. The year still commences at when?
Each star.
Looky. Astro cookie. All right. Ras al-Hag. Difference between Jacobus al-Hag. Go ahead.
The difference between Jacobus al-Hag, father of the 12 tribes or zodiac at Arc Royale 261, and the star, quote unquote, Sun 1604, just above the heel of Ophiuchus, requires explanation. Jacob or James means quote unquote heel. James succeeded the bright Occidental star Elizabeth in 1604. So this star may well be called the Star of Jacob. You got a little asterisk there as well.
Okay, let's see. The center star of Jacob's staff or Orion's belt, is at Royal Arc Companion 81. Precisely opposite to Al-Hag Jacob at Royal Arc Companion 261. Interessante. They just gave you a 180-degree difference, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Astro. All right. Hey, yo, bro.
Indeed. Let's see. The star disappeared. So it is said in 1605, although it will be found in all good celestial charts to this day. That astronomers placed quote unquote sun 1604 over Jacob's Hill is unquestionable, and it is evident that it was intended to be the starting point of all points. It was a failure, and Al-Hag was the chosen brilliant. In Amos, it says, quote, have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel, end quote. And that is chapter 5, verse 25. All right. The house of Israel, or Jacob, according to Jameson's table of stars, begins at Delta, Arc Royale 241, and ends at Arc Royale 281. The 40 degrees or years in the wilderness of Typhon, or Scorpio, in which sign is Aura, the altar for sacrifices and offerings.
Shout out to Brother Aura.
Or let's see, Amos verse 26. But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch, and Chion your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. All right, so the tabernacle of Moloch, or King Kronos, or Jacobus, Arc Royale 261, and Chion, Shamali, Arc Royale 256, your figures or images, and quote unquote sun 1604, the star of your God, or James, Jacobus, which ye made to yourselves. Therefore, I will cause you, quote unquote, house of Israel, to go into captivity in the wilderness beyond Damascus. Let's see, saith Jove, the Lord. Oh, oh, the Lord, the God of hosts, Damascus.
Come here, bro, because we know Hove is Jupiter.
If you scroll down a little bit for me.
All right.
Damascus means a sack full of blood, or similar to the banner, or the kiss, or the pot. It is Arc Royale 281.
You're hilarious, bro.
The star Jacob 1604 is not to lead, and the brilliant El-Hag James is to rule, and his house is to commence as it does at Arc Royale 241, and end at Arc Royale 281, beyond Damascus. Ho!
Yeah. Hilarious. The beyond that you just said there made me think you was about to say Beyonce, bro. I was like, stop. That's getting really, really close. And you almost remind me of what's that guy who does the impersonations of Jay-Z? Ari Spears isn't bad. And who else? The other one.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was a good one. I was like, yo, that's hilarious.
Jay Farrell. It's pretty good at it too, right? You know, it's hilarious, bro. All right, go ahead. The learned may.
Oh.
What the learned? What the learned do? What the learned do? Okay. What does the learned do?
The learned may say that the Bible is sufficient authority for sacred events as they occur from creation to Anno Domini. But to this, the reply is there's not a date in the whole Bible. Not even to the Orthodox dedication to James, and periods allotted to creation, the deluge, and the birth of Christ as described, or but astro-Masonic points. Yeah.
That was, man, that right. Take the foundation of a lot of people's made up belief systems, man. Read that again for real.
Oh, yeah, for real. Here we go. The learned may say that the Bible is sufficient authority for sacred events as they occurred from creation to Anno Domini. But to this, the reply is there is not a date in the whole Bible.
Boom. There goes the dynamite.
There goes
look,
the
guys,
mic drop.
look, man, we're not saying,
to stop, having imaginary friend relationships and, giving 10% of your labor to people because, it just makes you feel good to do so. I'm just saying that this is, pardon me, let me turn it, this is the basis of it for you guys. This is it. There is not a date in the whole Bible. There is not a date in the whole Bible. Because it's all poetic fiction. Not even to the Orthodox dedication to James. And periods allotted to creation, the flood, which is the deluge, and the birth pertaining to Christ as described are but what, Brother Sean?
Oh, astromasonic points. Wow. We can
points. They're not dates. The dates don't exist. Only in your imaginary friendship relationship thingy that you're having with the Lord. That's the only place it exists. Don't be mad at me. Don't go look for a crown of thorns, 2 pieces of wood, and 3 nails for me either. I'm just sharing with you that the poetic fiction is the veil on the astromasonic facts. Period. Are you upset or not? Or nah, or nah. Tell me you're upset or nah. Nah.
Do you want to get it across or nah? Do you want to get the 3 nails or nah?
Or nah.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, the learned will, go ahead, brother, continue. I yield.
The learned will probably take refuge under metallic witnesses, coins, and medals. And by these attempts to prove the succession of emperors and kings, etc. The Roman chronology, for instance, they will say it's perfect and clear, as demonstrated by the coins and tokens collected and arranged in our museums. Let the historians and antiquaries, if they can, bring forward one genuine ancient Roman coin with the Anno Mundi or Anno Domini impressed thereon, and it may serve as a glimmering light to show an intended epoch according to the Anno Mundi or Anno Domini. But what then? Has it not been proved that Anno Mundi and Anno Domini are but mere astromasonic points of the Mark Master's degree?
Goodness gracious. It just told you that's the Mark Master's degree. They're telling you about Royal Archmasonry again. This is your ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset. You don't have to go somewhere and get butt fucked for these degrees. Just be sincere. Meet Prophet Noble Drew Ali in his literature. Meet Sam Bey in his literature. Cross-reference with your law dictionaries, with your etymology dictionaries, with all the literature prepared divinely by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Meet him in his literature. And then when you come across these things, when you're doing your breathing exercises, your sun gazing, your feet on the earth, bare. And you're allowing these different things to come to you in memory. Because after me will come a spirit that will teach you and remind you of all things. That's in the Heliotech also. However, all these things are astromasonic. So the Bible is the astromasonic book, which is what's been said the whole time. Holy Bible, Sun, book.
There we go. Let's keep going. Is there a single Roman coin or medal on which there are effigies that are not of celestial derivation? On the contrary, the symbols on every genuine, ancient, and comparatively speaking, give me to the next page. Yeah, man. Wow. Modern coins bear witness of their celestial origin and application, no matter whether they be Roman or English. Look at the coins of George III, with their Leo major, Leo minor, and the unicorn Monoceros, Psalterium.
Yeah, monoceros, which they speak they speak of monoceros in the Bible. A monoceros, they call it a unicorn, though. Oh, how they got a unicorn in the Bible? Because a unicorn is a one-horned rhinoceros. Get over yourself. A bicornus, instead of a unicornus, a bicornus is a two-horned rhinoceros. However, that one-horned rhinoceros is in the shape of a horse, monoceros, which people will look at as a unicorn, constellation. Get over yourselves. That's it. That's all. Believe nothing we say. Go and research and try to prove it wrong. When you prove it right, teach your loved ones. I yield.
Yes, ma'am. All right, etc., encircled with the absurd declaration that he, George III, is king pertaining to France. Can it be expected that any confidence can be attached to such records when they proclaim such well-known deliberate falsehoods? Supposing, however, that British coins were tendered as evidence respecting history, they can only apply to comparatively modern times, for the oldest coin in the world bearing Anno Domini is one of Edward VI, 1552. Whether genuine or not is of little consequence. 50 years back, say in 1820, the current coin among nations was a Spanish pillar dollar, the value of which was as well known as is now the value of the British golden sovereign. North and South.
There's a coin called a British golden sovereign. Look at that. Which is the same value of a Spanish pillar, as they call it, huh? Pillar. Joaquin and Boaz, pillars. Okay, anyway, go ahead. I yell.
That's on. North and South for 4S, 4D. Intrinsically, the silver was worth more than the current value. The dollars disappeared from circulation and were probably converted into other coins worth less than their stamped value. These pillar dollars were the last currency medium of the order. They were the Joaquin and Boaz of the Masonic certificate.
Say that sentence again. Didn't I just say that? Read it again.
These.
So all currency that you're using is Masonic. I don't care what you say. It's all Masonic. It's all mother and son. It's all moon and sun. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Oh, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. Oh, no, not like that. That's not how it goes. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Oh, right? Then silver and gold. Right? Anyway, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Because I can read, right? Because I can read Veritas and recognize that all gospel songs now are beautifully sung begging songs. Like Brother Tom said, all beautifully sung begging songs, right? We need an outpour of your spirit. We need, are we doing it? Are we pouring it out here? We need an outpour of your spirit, Lord. We need it. We need it, Lord. Oh, yeah. Right? Aren't we doing it? Aren't Brother Sean and I giving one smashing worship concert right now? I mean, we're just telling the truth, right? We're being in order for real. Honoring our ancient foremothers and forefathers so that our days may be long upon the earth land. Because when we look out for the community, then we're looked out for. We're not just looking out for ourselves. In your presence by myself. Ding, ding, bling, bling, bling. It's you and me, Lord, no one else. Ding, ding, bling, ding, bling. Right? And I don't have to say a whole lot of things. You already know I need your help. Beautifully sung begging songs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are we not sharing Veritas with you, man? Like, I mean, come on. Let's keep it a bed. We could have took this and started some new ministry and started fleecing women all over the country, all over the world. New with the super duper Moorish evangelistic concerts. We'll be singing hymns, the Prophet Noble Ali, and going all over the place with different brand sheets and shit. Like, brother, something, Bay. And you're gonna also hear the ministries of something else. Like, you know, we can see the advertisement now, right? However, instead of doing that, guys, we sat here and shared with you the Astro-Masonic fact to a lot of poetic fiction that you're given. All righty, and we trust that you guys are being able to, you know, look, I poke fun. I have a very satirical sense of humor. However, you guys know I'm not really an asshole. A lot of times it's just, you know, you guys got to get used to what it is, how I'm delivering it. However, I really am being a lifeguard. I'm throwing a life raft here. So you can joke about this, because if you joke about it and have fun, you can stay out of, oh man, why didn't they teach us this? And see, man, us peoples, we don't notice us brown tone people, us copper tone people, us melanated people. It's like, oh God, here we go. Look, it's Astro-Masonic. That's really it. And really, at the end of the day, you know, you do have to have the divine and national. So you have to know when it comes to, you know, this Astro-Masonics and metaphysics, and also declare or proclaim your nationality. Because I don't care what you know about jurisprudence and civics. If you haven't made a claim and you're not, you know, within where you're supposed to be, being our Albion sons and daughters too, with being more subjects, you know, like, come on, man, it is what it is. And so, look, I mean, guys, I get it. There are people sharing this information with you that you may not, you probably wish it wasn't us. However, get over it, you know, because we're doing this for you too, not just us. All right, so I'm gonna yield the floor to my beloved brother, whom I well please. Brother Sean Alino, do your thing.
So it's about to be a bunch of Ray J's. I wish I did it first.
No, right? They wish they had one wish.
We would have said it first. We would have presented at Veritas if I had one wish. It would have been us, not 7 Hill Star.
Promise to 7 Hill Star. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Indeed. All right, let's see. Coins such as these were no doubt formerly the instruments of barter among the ignorant multitude, whilst they served as tokens of recognition to the esoteric brethren. Looky. Supposing a pillar dollar passed between two individuals, one of whom was of the order, and he desired to discover whether the other belonged to the fraternity, by saying jacking, the doubt would be silenced, for a brother would declare himself by uttering Boaz. The ice would then be broken and fellowship might result.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So you could be like, yeah, jocking. You might probably look at him like, what do you mean? Yeah, you ain't with the order. Let me keep on moving.
Wow.
All right, wow, to keep it going.
So they just that was a key. Give a key. All right, I yield.
Islam. And reading the mysteries, the primary consideration is the name pertaining to the person and the place mentioned. All ancient names having meanings accorded with celestial attributes. These meanings must therefore be understood in order to discover their celestial identity. A more fitting illustration cannot be given than by interpreting the constellation known by the name of Perseus. Al-Janib is the prince or king of the constellation, and as shown is the Persian lawgiver. Among the initiated in astromasonry, Perseus or Cyrus is only known as a terrestrial king ruling over a people's scholars. Choose to term Persians, but as already stated, Cyrus means quote unquote belly, and Al-Janib is in the belly of Perseus.
That's why it's Persians. However, that's because time never was when man was not. So maybe people call themselves that by observing that. That's just in theory. However, go ahead, I yield.
Indeed, then Perseus, from whence derived, and what is the meaning of the name? Perseus is from Persis or Persia, quote unquote, to cut or divide. And Perseus cuts and divides the yearly circle with the median Tamari. Perseus has, in all charts ever published, a drawn sword in his right hand, and he, either in imitation of Alexander or Alexander in imitation pertaining to Perseus, cuts a very mysterious knot with his sword. And the first degree of Pictured Aries, on the 1st of January, Arc Royale 281. The handle of the sword is at Arc Royale 286, and the sword blade at 281, the 1st of January. Circumcision is from circumcidere, the cut circle.
Circumcidere.
Circumcidere. Circumcidere, the cut circle. So at the 1st of January and the Epiphany, the 6th of January, Perseus cuts from the circle the 5 dies non, or the 5 irregular or foolish steps, or days of Saturnalia. And there, at Arc Royale 286, the Epiphany is the circumcised man with a fig leaf covering his womb.
There goes your fig leaf covered man. Right? So all this time, people have been getting circumcised below because of the above depiction of this celestial circumscription, thus turned into a circumcision. Why would nature have that there if it was to be cut off? It wasn't. However, there are other things that also happen when certain things like that are cut away. So certain things psychologically, physio-psychologically occur also. However, we'll leave nothing I say. I yield.
The story of Perseus and Andromeda is well known, yet few scholars, if any, believe it to be of celestial origin or diction. Andromeda is daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia. Arc Royale 281. Andromeda is chained to a rock.
If you smell what the rock is cooking, let me stop, yo. It sounds like it's Andromeda. Let me stop. Go ahead. I yield.
Let's see. Minkar of the sea monster Cetus will destroy her at Arc Royale 281 when Algenib of Perseus comes down on Marcab of Pegasus. Arc Royale 286. The sword of Perseus, Arc Royale 281, destroys the monster Minkar. The chaining Andromeda to the rock implies stability and nature, or that which is unalterable. Arc Royale 281. Mythological fable marries Andromeda to Perseus.
Mythological. That we're moving the compass from one point to another point, from a point lined up with Andromeda to a point lined up with Perseus. Go ahead, yo.
Indeed, sorry. Perseus has always Medusa's head in his left hand. Caesar is another name for Perseus, and Caesar is born every year with the head of hair of Medusa. The Jesuit Gal Ruchius tells us that Caesara was a noted empress of Persia,
right?
Probably in Andromeda or Julia.
Some people will say Caesara, but then instead of Caesar, they say Caesar.
Caesara.
Right. Or some people will say Caesar, like you said, because then Arian, which people was cutting children from the belly via cesarean or Caesarian. However, there you go. That Caesara was a noted empress pertaining to Persia, probably Andromeda or Julia, which means, quote, soft, tender hair, end quote. So, pardon me, they're drawn together also with the hair that are, quote unquote, snakes held by Perseus. So they're even just showing you how those terms are within the stories that are poetic fiction, veiling astro-Masonic fact. However, Prophet Noble Drive Lee is here to remove all veils.
Mm-hmm.
Remove the veils. Alrighty, I yield. Go ahead, bro.
Islam. Caesar got rid of Julia on account of her being like the jewel in the swan snout. And Cetus, among other things, is frequently rendered, quote unquote, swine. Andromeda and Perseus soon separated, the inconstant moon leaving his solar majesty Solus. Second in importance to Perseus is Hercules, but as interpreted there are two. The one better known as Haram, what's that? Alpha Beta F? Haram Ab F? Haram Ab F, okay. Or Hercules of the Gemini. The other as Hercules of Tyre, or Haram of Tyre or Troy.
Yeah, Tyre, or they'll call it Troy, yes.
All right, Tyre. All right, and if the right heel of the constellation be examined, it will show a mark for which Achilles was celebrated. Samson means, quote unquote, his son. I need to talk to, look at that. I need to talk to Samson. Come on, y'all. These, man, wow.
Let me take a moon like a bitch Alice Granson. All right, yeah, go ahead. I yield.
Samson means, quote unquote, his son, or here the second time. Quote, and he took the doors of the gate and the two pillars of post on his shoulders from Gaza to Hebron. End quote. Gaza means, quote, strong or goat, end quote, or Boaz.
Right. Like Ghaziel.
Yeah, Elam. Hebron means, quote unquote, friendship, for which Castor and Pollux were celebrated. And Pollux is the Egyptian Hercules, and Pollux is the Egyptian Hercules, who there appears for the second time.
Right, Pollux is also known as Apollo. Go ahead, I yield.
Apollo, Islam. Samson, or Hercules, The sun, therefore, carried the two pillars, Jachin and Bowls, to the Gemini, where they have ever since remained and are to be found in every celestial plate now published.
Jachin and Boaz, correct.
Jachin and Boaz.
Boaz, right, who redeemed Ruth. Looky, 39th bookie in the Helios Bibliothèque, temporarily turned from the Bible. All right, I yield, bro. It's on.
Come on, thumbnail, get out of the way. All right. Then look at Aquarius when, bereft of his classic clothing, he is simply one of the 12 signs of the zodiac. Esoterically, however, Aquarius is Neptune, Canobus of the Egyptians, Buddha of the East, and Mashur or Moses of the Hebrews. Come on.
You know that they cannabis. Let me stop.
I'm about to throw this book like bondage, throw it out the window.
Bro.
Come on, y'all. Well, then look at Aquarius. When bereft of his classic clothing, he is simply one of the 12 signs pertaining to the zodiac. Esoterically, however, Aquarius is Neptune, Canobus of the Egyptians, Buddha of the East, and Mashua or Moses of the Hebrews. What is that? Situla?
Mm-hmm.
Is above the head of the sun when at the Epiphany, Arc Royale 286. Then is the sun anointed crystals. Jor means river, and Dan, judgment. And there is Situla with Tamari of Libra at Arc Royale 286. Wow, look, another opposition, another reflection. Jordan means quote unquote river of judgment. This is the first baptism. All right, thank you all. Peace and love. You know, 7 Hill Star, we are out.
I know, right? I mean, because it's into that whole dove thing when people talk about the dove and Columba and Columbia and all that's coming, bro. Like all that, you get into the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary along with this Veritas. Oh my man, it's so beautiful. You said the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary and Veritas with the, you know,
Tablet of memory.
Did it again?
I said along with the tablet of memory.
Yeah, tablet of memory, Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, the Celestial Atlas, the Veritas Astrolabe, of course, with Veritas, the transparencies and plates that we have that we make. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those, bro. Like just to have all of this and look at it, then you can really have real Bible study. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing here. That's what we're encouraging. That's why some of this energy. That's why a lot of our elder brothers are a little pissed off. They're mad because we're not yes men. We won't sit there and kiss their ass. We want our brothers to improve. We do have music that could be better for them in their careers and things like that. It's just that, I just trust that when we are those elders that the youth, look to assist and improve on, that we are open-minded and open-hearted enough to just really just continue to be who we are. I don't think we're going to stop being active anyway. We're not going to really be taking any kickbacks from anyone on anything like that or those things like that. So that's why I just really say, guys, we're really doing what we're doing. The first baptism is where Brother Sean stopped, man. Man, do we really stop Veritas now, bro? Because I said we should stop it. I mean, next Friday, man, we're going in on this solar return thing, man. I mean, right? Aren't we doing this? Let me see, man. Oh man, you got to finish this paragraph, bro. You got to finish it, man. You got to finish it. And the Bible reference with Matthew, man, because after that, bro, it's the celestial cycles, man.
Is that the finish him, right? That's the finisher.
What? Finish him. Dun 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 dun.
Great policy. Truth
told. Fatality, like the fuck, man. How is his fatality telling the truth? because it kills falsehood. All righty, so there you go,
All right.
bro.
The Dove Columba is at 106. And the voice in heaven is that of the winged angel Elul, 106. I'm gonna read this little passage right here, Matthew 3, chapter, degree 3, verses or minute 16, 17. And Jesus, Justice, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water. And lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased."
This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
All right, so back over here, the Hebrew word. Ooh, I'm gonna pull out that.
Because that's Yud, right?
Yud.
I, right? And then that next one is, I want to say, hold on. Yud for the Yud, but what are they using there? I want to say that's a Vav. Why is that a Vav? Because they're using the Vav as a U. So it's like, but it is Jord, because it's the, if I'm saying this right, Yud, Vav, Resh, Daled, Nun. From right to left, Yud, Vav. Unless that's Ein. Is that Ein? I don't think that's Ein. Let's go back here real quick. I was right. That's Vav. Look, I see, man. I'm telling you, I know my Hebrew, bro. Yud, Vav, Resh, Daled, Nun. Right? Did I say Nun? Hold on.
I don't think so.
Is that a final Nun or something? Let's see where that's there. Almost looks like no, it's a final Nun. Man, goodness gracious, yo, I really do know Hebrew, bro. Like, I can really read that without this, bro. Like, I'm just saying. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what I thought it was from the jump. That's why when I first saw it, I'm like, hold on, man, that's a Vav, because they're using the V like a U. So the Jordan, the Yad, the Vav, the Resh, the Dalet, and the Nun. So Yurdu, right? So Yurdu is what it would be if I would say it like that. However, yes.
You lit my heart. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of that song now.
Say it again.
Oh, I think it's like a Tribe Called Quest. It's like you lit my heart. Can't think of the track. I think it says, "Oh my God, oh my God." And he'd be like, your lip shut my heart.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if they was talking about Shaheed, because one of the members of Tribe Called Quest is Shaheed Muhammad.
Yeah.
You know, however, man, we'll figure that out. We'll see what that is. I'm pretty sure Brother Corey hears that. You know.
Yep, that is a song.
Yeah, definitely. All right. The Hebrew word Jordan is Jordan or Jordan.
Or Jordan. But these are of very different signification. See Common Dictionary. Jupiter's Serapis is generally crowned with a canope, which, in other words, to the esoterics is a Jordan. The head of Jupiter Ammon, or the sun in Aries, is usually adorned with a ram's horn. And Pan, the Greek Capricornus, has always the upright goat's horns.
So that means Peter Pan would be a story, obviously, between Capricorn and Aries. Pisces and Sagittarius sort of kind of. But it's really a zodiacal tale period, because you can point out the ships and Captain Hook and all that stuff. But anyway. So who may need to know that's around the ball? Because I saw Pan. I thought about Piper and Pan. Pardon me. Anyway, pardon me. I'm not promoting R. Kelly. It's just saw Pan. Just thought about the Pan food. You know. Anyway, I got a second. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Y'all know I don't give a shit, man. If it cracks me up, it cracks me up. Alrighty, so man, celestial cycles is next, man. We got through that, bro. That last section that we just did was ancient dates, celestial points, and we just told you that there are no ancient dates. Get over yourselves. That all the dates in the Bible are just mere astronomical points. That's it. That's all. And those astromasonic points that we were going over right here in a celestial atlas comprising a systematic display pertaining to the heavens in a series of 30 maps illustrated by scientific descriptions of their contents and accompanied by catalogs of the stars and astronomical exercises by Alexander Jameson, amanuensis master. Was that Anno Mundi? Amanuensis master, author of a grammar of logic and intellectual philosophy, rhetoric, and polite literature, etc. London, published by G. and W. B. Whitaker. Ave Maria Lane, T. Caldwell, Strand, and in Ailes or Hales Museum, Piccadilly, 1822. So it's loading. I should plug this in. Get the charger down here. Guys, go and don't forget, guys, next Friday, July 8th, 2022, I and Brother Sean are teaming up. Whoever it's going to be, guys, I'm telling you, if not, if you guys don't come for the solar return session and report, that's fine. I guarantee you guys won't be disappointed when we actually go in on what I have in mind secondarily. I'll guarantee you though, guys, you want a solar return session and report. It is not going to be 180. The Alamos Night tuition, I'm almost sure is going to double, if not triple, for that. Provided we're actually about to do some other things for you guys. Some things that's coming, guys. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm not gonna even say what. I'm just gonna wait, and we're just gonna just keep doing our work. We're just gonna do our work and keep letting the work speak for ourselves, man. Because now we see that people are at the point where they want to try to put things out and publish things. It try to make things seem a certain way. I just love it. I love when people expose that they can't really handle themselves, right? So guys, these celestial plates is what we're looking at here, man. And when things are being described, like when it's describing Cetus the whale, that's the bottom of Cetus right there, right? With his paws in the Eridanus, right? River flow being poured out from Aquarius up here, all right? It looks like the river stops and it starts again around Phoenix, right here, right? So it's just some beautiful things, man. All right. Phoenix and toucans. Bruce, oh my, all the birds are there. Look, all the birds are there. Hey, birdies. Birds and fish and birds. And then there's the horsey with the arrow shooting it. But picture of Capricorn and whatnot anyway. Hey guys, this is how this goes, man. This is where we get over ourselves and grow up. Go back to that mindset between our ancient foremothers and forefathers, so that days upon long upon the earth plane. Right? Enjoy ourselves, have a ball. Brother Sean, do you have any questions, comments, and or suggestions, my beloved brother? Hold on, well, please.
Nah, broski, I am all goody. That was great.
Yes. Well, I'm just thinking here. Let me check the chat one last time, just to make sure I didn't do anything. You know, I know we tell the truth, man. So I don't expect it to be like super duper packed. You know, like
Right.
chat and stuff. We're over here telling the truth, man. We're over here, right? You know, giving you the astro-masonic facts of the poetic fiction. I don't know, man. We'll see how next Friday goes, man. I'm really digging Veritas, man. I like Veritas a lot. Me, myself, hooding it. I enjoy Veritas a lot. However, I know we're going to go in on our solo.
7-11 right now to the central timing.
Say that again.
I said well, now it's 7:12, but it was just 7-11 while we was talking about Veritas. I was like, ooh, or 19:11, but for those that use a civilian time, a quote unquote, 7-11. I'm like,
Wow.
But yeah, that was very, I like Veritas. I like that because it really, especially when you put away your beliefs about things, like when C.M. Bey said in his literature, toss aside all beliefs and just only thing that is true is mathematics. So now we're getting to really go through like, okay, well, I thought this was this. I thought there was all these stories, all these people, but all it was astro-masonic facts, just stories. So it's like now, it's really like a mental baptizing and kind of like a reintroduction to what you thought was, quote unquote real, or what you thought to be true.
It's on. Let's see if I can actually bring you back in here, man. I wanted to see if you were actually showing. Let's have the spotlight back. See what that is there. Absolutely, bro. Go ahead, Brother Sean. So what else would you like to tell him, Brother Sean, as far as what you got coming up? Is there any other news you would like to share, bro? Any other announcements?
Not yet.
All righty, not a problem at all. All righty, so with that being said, you all, I appreciate you all for joining I and Brother Sean. Peaceful greetings and happy holy degree to you all. Let me make sure I put that in the chat also for all of those coming later. Happy holy space Venus degree, right? What I really should be putting there is I enjoy. So let's do that. All right, and send that there also. So with that being said, guys, I am going to yield the floor with my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased. This thing is interessante, bro. Let's see. Let's do it one more again, Ski. And let's see if I can do that there. How's it looking now? I trust that we'll get that going. Just was really seeing how the camera's going there, bro. Just monitoring this thing as we're still doing a build it while we fly it kind of fashion. However, I know I'm about to get deep into my studies for both my astrological business studies as well as the jurisprudence study.
It's still on the show,
yeah. Oh no, it was going back and forth between the both. Like I was just doing man. It is what it is. Let us say our namastes, bro, because I was just really looking at how that went or whatever. But however it is, what it is, I am going to say my namaste to you all. Thank you, my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L. Braveheart L. Braveheart L. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to, and always a loving shout out, to our beloved brothers in whom we are well pleased. Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, Brother Benjamin Bey, Brother Senior Jackson Bey, and shout out to our brothers that are in their workshop intensive study. Shout out to Brother Arrow and Brother Aura. All right.
So it's peace.
All right, so namaste, namaste, namaste to you all. We see the divinity in you that we see in ourselves. That's what namaste is. And to those elders, namaskar. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace and love.